friends, and welcome back to Mrs. Borton's Basement. Today we're going to practice some dictation, or what most people might call a spelling quiz, or writing our words and our sentences. And we're going to have a focus on digraphs that we've learned, the SH, 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 the CH, 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 the two sounds of TH, the voiced V and the unvoiced th, and also WH, which just makes the W sound, wah. So let's get started. You'll notice today there's lots of squiggle marks on some of our sound letters, and we know that's the clue for a digraph. It doesn't tell us which one, so we need to know the sound, but it does tell us it's going to be one of our digraphs today. Two letters that come together and make one sound. So if you could get a piece of paper and a pencil, you might pause this for a second. If you don't have paper and pencil at home, that's okay. You can just call out the letters and try to sound them out loud. But I'll give you a second. Just pause the tape, get a piece of paper and a pencil, and let's get started. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'd like you to make 3 sound lines. 1, 2, 3. Under the first sound line, just do a squiggle, an up and down little squiggle. And the first word is, if you have your pencil in one hand and your pounding hand and your tapping hand in the other, we're ready to go. Here we go. The first word today is the word shed. So let's pound that. Shed. Sh, d, shed. As you write it, I'm going to do it again. Shed. Sh, d, shed. Let's check your work. Did you get an SH for the first sound? That was our digraph. SH. Sh, sh, sh. Did you get an E? Did you get that sound? It's an E. And the last sound was a D. Duh. Don't forget, when we do our Ds, we do a drum and a stick. Always make that drum and then the stick. Awesome. Let's go on to the next sound, or the next word. Number 2, I need you to write 3 sound lines. The first one gets the squiggle. That's our clue that we have a digraph in the first sound. Here we go. The word is chin. Let's pound it. Chin. Ch, I, n. Chin. Let's write it. Ch, I, n. Chin. Let's check your work. Did you get a CH for the digraph? Ch, ch, ch. And an I, scrunchy nose I for the vowel. And our last sound was an N. If you didn't do that right, that's okay. Just erase, cross out, and write it again. Great. Let's go on to number 3. 3 gets 3 sound lines. The first one gets a squiggle. And the word is that. Let's pound it. That. Let's tap it. At. That. I heard that voiced sound, that digraph that goes that. At. That. Let's check your work. Did you go to TH? That was that voiced TH sound. And an A for ah. And the last sound was a T. T. That. Good. Let's go on to number 4. Whoops. Oh no. There we go. Number 4. You need 3 sound lines. The first one gets a squiggle. First one gets a squiggle, that means it's a digraph. If you are very smart at something and can do it very well, we might say that you are a whiz. Let's do that. Whiz. W-I-Z. Whiz. Let's do it one more time. Whiz. W-I-Z. Whiz. Let's write that word. All right, let's check your work. For the digraph, did you get a WH? It's a digraph, but it sounds like a W. W. And our vowel was a scrunchy nose I. And that last sound, Z, was a Z. If you got that, nice job. All right, let's go on to number 5. Something's a little different on number 5. If you notice, we do have 3 sound lines. That's the same as what we've been doing. But the last sound gets a squiggle. That's our clue for there's a digraph. All right. This is something you might say if you're surprised. You might say, gosh. G, ah, sh, gosh. While you're writing, I'll do it again. Help you out. Gosh. G, ah, sh, gosh. Let's check your work. Did you get a G for the G sound? Our vowel was a ah, an O. And our digraph was the sh, sh, sh. Did you write SH? Nice work, guys. All right, let's go on to number 6. You need 3 sound lines. Put a squiggle on the last sound. It's going to be a digraph. This word is rich. People can be rich with money, but they can also be rich with lots of things. Maybe they have lots of people who love them in their life, and they're very rich with a great family. Here we go. Let's do rich. Rich. R-I-C-H. Rich. Rich. R-I-C-H. Rich. Let's check your work. R. That's that R. R. Sounds like a motor. Scrunch your nose, I, and the digraph was CH. If you got that CH sound at the end, you were correct. All right, number 7, 3 sound lines. The last one gets a squiggle. All right, get that fist ready. Here we go, we're gonna pound this word. You might take a walk in the woods and you might follow the path. Let's pound that. Path. Path. I'll do it again while you write. Path. Path. Let's check your work. Did you write a P on the first sound line? Hey, make sure the head is sitting on the line and the tail is in the basement. Get that P in the right position. We don't want uppercase P's. It wasn't a name. The next sound was an A, ah. And our last sound was that breathy. Did you hear it? Did you write TH? You guys are awesome. We have one more word to do. And you need 3 sound lines, but we need a squiggle on the first sound line and a squiggle on the last sound line. All right, here we go. This is a question word. I might ask you, which one is the correct answer? So the word is which. Let's pound it. Which. Let's write it. Let's tap it, I'm sorry. Ich. Which. I'm going to do that again while you write that word. Don't forget about the clues because that first sound line might trick you. Which. Ich. Which. All right. That first sound I heard a W. There are 2 ways to say that, make that sound. It could be W, but I gave you a clue. And so this tells me it can't just be a W. Did you write WH? You were correct. Good job. The vowel was an I. And our last sound was also a digraph. It was the CH, which. All right. Turn your paper over or get another blank piece of paper because we're going to go on to a sentence. Okay? So let's go over some of the clues that I gave you today. The mountain tells us that we need an uppercase letter to start our sentence because every sentence in the whole wide world begins with an uppercase letter. So don't forget to put an uppercase letter right there. We have these words that have single lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our words. We need to pound and tap to sound them out. Do you remember what 2 lines means? That is a clue that it is a tricky sight word, a word that you can't sound out. So if we were in the classroom, you would look at Mrs. Borton's word wall. So if you need some help, ask a parent or a brother or sister that's with you if you don't know how to spell this word. If you don't know how to spell it, do your best, and when we get to checking it, you can check your work. Who can tell me, or who remembers what that box at the end means? We need some punctuation. We gotta kiss a period at the end of our sentence, okay? All right, I gotta tell you a story. So my brother Chip came over a few weeks ago, and he could not find a hat that he was looking for. And so we told him that we had thought we saw a hat in the shed. And it turned out that it was Chip's hat right there in the shed. So my sentence today is, Chip got that hat in the shed. So I'm going to put my hands together and show you. Just listen first and listen how I clap that sentence. Chip got that hat in the shed. I'm going to clap it again. Chip got that hat in the shed. I'm going to do it one more time. Chip got that hat in the shed. If you haven't done it with me, put your hands together and do it this time with me. Chip got that hat in the shed. Let's put our fingertips on our head and do it. Tap those words. Chip got that hat in the shed. Let's take our pointer finger, and you can tap on your paper, or you can tap with me as we go along. Chip got that hat in the shed. You might want to pause if you haven't wrote these lines or drawn these lines out on your paper. Just pause for a second and get all your clues set up before we get started. And go ahead and write those words now. Again, you might want to pause for a second. Just turn off the video and do Chip got that hat in the shed. All right, if you turn the video back on, I assume that you have already written the sentence, so let's check our work. This first word was a sound out word. Chip. Ch, I, p, chip. Did you hear that CH sound? And did you make that C an uppercase letter? Awesome. C-H-I-P spells chip. Chip got. The next word was got. Let's pound it. Got. G-ought. Got. Did you write G-O-T for the word got? If you did, you are correct. The next word was also a sound out word. Chip got that. Not the. This word was that. So let's pound it. That. At. That. I heard that tricky that voice sound. Did you write TH for and an A for a and end it with a T? Chip got that hat. Let's pound it. Hat. At. Hat. Did you write H-A-T for the word hat? Nice work. Chip got that hat in. Let's pound it. In. In. Oh, I only used 2 fingers. I only need 2 letters on this line. In. In. Did you write I-N for in? Good. Remember, the next word was a sight word, a tricky spelling word. Chip got that hat in the. Did you write T-H-E? We should know that word by now. T-H-E. I can spell the T-H-E. The last word was a sound out word, and it was shed. Let's pound it. Shed. Sh-ed. Shed. Sh-ed. Shed. Did you spell that S-H, sh, and an E, D, and a D? Don't forget, D's are a drum and a stick. There's one more thing we have to do. I can hear you yelling. We got to kiss a period. And there's my little dot at the end. Good. Have somebody in your room check your work for capitalization. For understanding, read that sentence to them. Make sure you understand it. Make sure you have punctuation. And make sure that all the words are spelled correctly. I would really like you to rewrite this sentence again with correct spelling before your parent or your brother, older brother or sister checks your work. Thanks for coming to work with me today on dictation. It was great to work with all of you. Have a wonderful day.